Hey, it's me, and I decided to make this sit-down vlog because I want to make a guide for those students like me who wants to go to Europe for their master's studies. So I have my laptop here with me because I need a guide kasi feel ko dami ko makakalimutan kasi dami ko gustong sabihin. But anyway, let's get started. Before that, latest update, currently second semester na ng masters ko. Oh my gosh, nakaka-anim na buwan na ako here. Maraming nangyari, academics, life, like everything in general. But so far, nafe-feel ko na ang bilis ng panahon. Like, I've already spent 1/4 of my life here, of my supposed to be master's student life here. And feel ko, ang dami nang nangyayari. Ayun, nakaka-5 exam na ako. I mean, 6. Kasi yung isa 2 component. Like 12 units. But I will talk about that on a different vlog. But for now, I'll be focusing on application. And most of this will be from my personal experience and from everything that I've gathered online when I was still planning on going to Italy. Let's go! It's currently 7 p.m. right now and medyo maliwanag pa. So, feel ko mamaya madilim na. Not sure if matatapos ko tong vlog na to just in time bago mag-sunset. But I hope so kasi yellow yung light ko and I don't like that light. 4 vlogs, I mean. Anyway, so this is vlog number 1. I'm thinking of doing a 3-part vlog and this is a guide for non-EU students, specifically Filipinos. I'm a Filipina. And if you're planning to go to Europe, specifically in Italy, and this could also be a guide, like a general guide for those who want to study for their master's degree abroad, in EU, in Europe. Where's my phone shaking? Is it because of the wind? Okay, so first one, medyo mainit. I made it to a point na I made a university master list. It's like a Google Sheets wherein I listed everything that I need to know about the universities and the specifics. I will be mentioning it later. So I think it's because I'm kind of a type A person. I'm not sure what a type A specifically is, pero I want everything listed down kasi feel ko madali ko siya makakalimutan. In that master list, I have different columns actually. So before I make those columns, I decided in which programs that I'm interested in. So, ako personally, I was leaning towards marine sciences and environmental science. So, naghanap ako online, nag-search ako na kahit saang website man yan. Like, marine sciences, Italy, marine sciences, Europe, ganyan. Medyo may target na places na ako. Pero, like, I still looked for different locations and when checking the universities, I checked the university, the curriculum, and yung possible vibe ng university. Like, I checked it on Google Maps, like, anong itsura ng campuses nila. Would I be comfortable if I move there? So, I considered those and listed everything na parang I can imagine myself being there. And then, next, very important thing in the master list is I listed the tuition fees. So, hindi kami mayaman. Kasi baka feeling ko iniisip ng mga tao sa paligid ko, mayaman kami. Hindi. I'm living my life on scholarship. Like, since I was in high school, I've been vying for scholarship na. Very important for me na tuition fee is not that high. I mean, I did my bachelor's in UP, so I was a scholar ng bayan. So, sobrang importante sa akin na maging scholar ulit ako dahil parang hindi kaya ng konsensya ko na mahal ang gagastusin namin for tuition. Though, I think education is very, very important. Like, simula bata pa lang ako, yan na yung in-grade sa akin ng magulang ko kung gaano kahalaga ang edukasyon. At alam naman natin na ang edukasyon ay isang pribilehiyo, sadly. And again, importante yung namalis ko yung tuition fees sa mga university na yun para mag-gauge namin kung kaya ba ng pamilya ko. So, for Italy, one of the reasons why I kind of leaned towards Italy kasi meron silang bracket system for tuition fees. So, if you're from a developing country like the Philippines, meron silang bracket na ganito lang yung tuition na babayaran mo. I'm not sure if I could list it here. I don't know. I'll try. Pero, kanon, you have to like check each university if they have those kind of bracket system. Kasi, sometimes ang nakapost lang sa websites nila is yung parang general tuition fee like for everyone. And usually, pag galing kang Europe, ang mahal talaga ng tuition. Also, while searching pala, I think there are some countries that has zero tuition fee. Like, wala kang babayaran. But then, even if zero yung tuition fee, syempre marami pang factors to consider. So, basta for this column sa paper, I mean sa Google Sheet, you list everything that, like, I listed the maximum tuition fee. So, I could calculate, estimate, kung magkano man yung magagastos ng pamilya ko. Kasi wala pa akong trabaho. Never worked. I mean, I kind of worked part-time, but it's more of eme lang na work. Then, third thing, first is I decided on the program, second is tuition fee, third is the location. So, I really want to go to Europe. It's kind of a selfish thing, but gusto ko pumunta ng Europe. I want to experience what it is like to live in a developed, is it the term? In a first world country. Kasi sobrang gusto ko nang sa public transportation. I want to live in a city na maganda yung pampublikong transportasyon na ano ba yung pakiramdam na gusto ko pumunta sa isang lugar, lalabas ako, sasakay ako sa train, sa bus, or public transport. And then I could go to that place without worrying if kailangan ko ba bumili ng sasakyan. Wala akong pambiling sasakyan. Hindi ko kaya bumili na. So, I want to be in a place, at saka, ayoko talaga mag-drive. I'm so sorry, parents. Pero, I took a driving lesson way back 2019. Pero, hindi talaga sa akin. Para sa akin ng driving. Maybe now, hindi pa siya para sa akin. We'll see in the future. Pero, ayun nga. Nalilihis na naman ako ng sinasabi. So, location, I want to go to Europe. But at the same time, I still considered universities in Japan and Australia. So, aside from that, important sa akin yung location na, since related sa dagat yung program ko, I don't want to be too up in the hemisphere. I mean, there are polar studies and stuff, but I wanted to go tropical. So, I was hoping for a university that has connections or leaning towards the tropics. Ganun. And then, fourth thing, which is related to tuition fee scholarship. So, sobrang important ka for me na may scholarship because moving overseas is very expensive and I don't think I will be able to be at ease to know that my family is shouldering a lot of my expenses just because I want to study overseas. Kaya, ayun, sobrang big factor talaga for me to study here in Italy because they have scholarships, like the government scholarships, and so far, I mean, I'll talk about this in another vlog because it's more specific, but they give a lot of scholarships and I think it's medyo pabor sa mga Pinoy, ganon, kasi may bracket system nga sila, so it gives you a bigger chance to have the scholarship. Though hindi ganon kalaki yung scholarship, pero it will help. It will really help. Next column is application schedule. Make sure that you keep this in a calendar since for non-EU applicants, they start very early in the year. For me, for my case, the applications was in December, but when I talked to some of my friends who are currently applying for this academic year, so I'm excited for them. Yung applications was on January, so case-to-case basis, it depends on the universities. Pero mostly for non-EU students, applicants, it's the earliest call kasi we need to process the visa and other documents. Then next column with the university master list is you need to list down the requirements. So make sure to list everything, especially if you're applying to various universities kasi meron silang iba't ibang requirements. So some have similar or overlapping, so you need to request it sa previous university natin. And am I gonna talk about it now here? I'm gonna check. Pero ayun, i-mention ko rin na nung nag-request kasi ako, may mga kulang-kulang ako, so medyo na-move yung timeline ko and such. Kaya, ayan, major. It's one of the wrong things that I did na late ko na request ng iba. So, I should have had requested for most of the requirements na sa tingin ko ay kakailanganin ko. Especially if you're applying for overseas applications, overseas universities for master's, requests for a DFA. I forgot the term. I will mention it later. So more specific, but it's related to the DFA requirement, something. And then one of the reasons why I chose this university that I'm currently in is they did not require IELTS or TOEFL. If I remember correctly, it's the examination regarding your English proficiency. And my university accepted the English as medium of instruction from UP. So that's the only requirement. And I think I'm good because we were able to converse properly here in English. Though my Italian is still lacking it. I'm still working on it. Then, for the requirements, personally I tried to choose the less stressful set of requirements, kind of. But since I'm from a developing country, the bureaucracy is so... Mauubos ang pasensya mo, te. Ayun lang. Oh my gosh, may lumipad ba? Or, I think yung shadow lang. Anyway, requirements talaga. Sobrang stressful niya na application period. Even pre-visa, even pagdating ko dito, awa na lang talaga ang kailangan at pasensya. Kailangan mo baon na mahaba-mahabang pasensya. Lalo na kung dito ka sa Italia pupunta kasi if the Philippines processing is slow, it's still the same here. But it's colder, so... Ayun, some universities have dedicated portals. So, yung in-applyan kong university, tatlong in-applyan kong university, Unimib, Unipd, Unitus. Unimib and Unipd, they have the Dream Apply platform. I also checked the University of Milan. They also have the Dream Apply platform, so it's kind of easy to navigate it. Like, you're just gonna create an account, and then you have to fill out the forms, submit it, and then if you have questions, you can email them. And then yung isa Unitus, it's the easiest one because they only use Google Forms, and ayun na. You just have to submit the requirements. And then another column is that since important nga sa kanya expenses, I listed the possible expenses and possible cost of living. So I wanted to make sure that I will be able to keep up with most of the expenses that I will be spending for. So first is tuition fee, like nasa early column siya, first column, because big factor siya for me. And then rent, how much would it be to rent in the place? Kasi mali mo, walang tuition, mahal naman ang renta. Then third, transportation, how I'm gonna move around. Food, sa food, ayokong nagtitipid ako ng pagkain. Minsan nagda-diet ako, pero pag may gusto kong pagkain, gusto ko talaga kainin. Another is, some requirements would be insurance, flight tickets. Yan, flight tickets, pwede mo na siyang ma-predict early on how much are you gonna spend. If uuwi ka ba, or once ka lang pupunta, tapos once ka lang din uuwi. So, it's up to you. And then, documents, because magastos din ang dokumento. Siyempre, mag-request ka sa university, magbabayad ka. Tapos, maraming papel na kailangan. So, sa visa, may bayad 10. Yung processing, again, kailangan mo lista yung mga yan. Also accounted things like scuba license, tsaka language classes kasi I think it's gonna be helpful for me. I mean, personally, it's helpful for me because I'm taking marine sciences. And yeah, scuba is helpful for my career. Language, I did level A1 level back in the Philippines online, and it was good. It helped me a lot when I moved here because I was able to pick up a lot of words kasi very new sa akin yung Italian language. Even if I took Spanish during undergrad, though Spanish is quite close to the Tagalog, but still Italian, I still don't know how to use a lot of words, and hindi ako sobrang immersed, so I have to learn it. I think I spent around 2 to 3 months I spent 2 to 3 months planning it. Like, graduation was on August. I took a short break. Then September, October, November, yan. Like, I was just searching for a lot of universities, checking the requirements, checking the location. And then, I also have another column there wherein there is an interest level, my star, ganyan. Tapos habang nag-search ako, interested ba ako dito or not? I also add links kung saan ko makikita yung web pages nila para madaling balikan. And I think that's it. I'll try to like put a link as well on the sample template for the Google Sheet. Number 2, major thing to do is shortlisting. So, na-mention ko na nga yung may mga star ako nilalagay. Ganyan. So, in shortlisting, when I was creating that master release, I have this column wherein I decide how interested I am with the program, and I ended up with 3 universities: Unitus, Unipd, Unimib. So, Unimib is my current university, the University of Milano Bicocca. Unipd for University of Padua. I applied for two master's program, marine sciences it was marine biology and then environmental sustainability. But I got into environmental sustainability. So medyo pinag-iisipan ko na kung gusto ko ba or hindi. Then third is Unitus, University of Tusia. Sobrang interesting kasi biology and ecology yung specific field nila, but I ended up in Unimib and I'm happy with that. So for the application, I applied to the portal, pretty much self-explanatory. Like you just have to search it on the web, then you can see it. Then I complied and completed all the requirements needed. I think I could also put it here. What are the requirements that I did for Unimib? And then, ito, yung apostille documents, if you're going to EU. I'm not sure if this also applies to other countries that are not EU, but I'm speaking for myself, for my experience, since I applied to a European country, a country from the European Union, which is Italy. And I initially had a problem kasi during the application sa portal, I hindi required to submit at first. Like, hindi required yung physical document, scanned copies. So I was like, okay, meron ako yun. Scanned them, uploaded them. Okay, approved. Eventually, I was informed by the university na kailangan pala apostille. Or, wait lang, if I remember correctly, hindi ata ako informed. I was just in this certain group. So parang nabanggit nila na kailangan apostille. Wait, ang gulo ng memory ko. Prior to like leaving for Italy, nung nag-submit na ata ako ng visa, doon ko ata na isip na, bakit parang kailangan certified yung documents. Tapos ayun na nga, di nag-request ako sa LB ng documents for DFA apostille. Tapos ayun, ang tagal namin. I'm so sorry po. Ayun. Medyo naparush yun kasi ang naging problem ko doon ay wala yung signature ng college namin sa DFA portal. So, it was like back and forth for quite some time. Like, they just need one signature and they cannot coordinate with them. All Philippines. So, good for those who will apply now. May signature na doon. So, hindi na kayo problema about that. Sana talaga. Anyway, when you request documents, I think some of my friends did was request for 2 copies. Isa yung sealed kasi yun yung dadalhin sa DFA. Isa yung for personal copy, which yun yung isa-scan mo, yung na-upload mo. Pero make sure to take note of it kasi baka mamaya gusto ng university ay apostilled one. This is specifically for those who are coming from state universities na hindi agad makukuha yung dokumento. Tapos, yun nga, schedule it sa DFA kasi sobrang hirap makakuha ng schedule sa website if you want to request it near. Usually, when you check the portal, 1 month pa yung earliest schedule that you'll get. So, if you still have a lot of free time, it's fine. Like, you could schedule for, kunwari, ano ba ngayon? April. Then you could get it in May. Another thing is, di na ako hiningian ng DOV at saka CIMEA, DOV or CIMEA. I think this is requested by most universities in Europe. Ayun, kaya wala ko ng DFA apostille at first, DFA apostille documents kasi nga, akala ko okay na yung document lang as is. Kasi hindi ako hiningan ng DOV at CIMEA. And if you want to be sure, like ask the university kasi sometimes they request that. Pero if they only want to pause, still good for you. Mas mura yun. I think Dove or Chimea is quite expensive. I haven't checked actually. After applying to the portal, completing the documents, I paid the application fees. So application fees vary. For my case, I paid 30 euros for Unimib and for Unipd, like for a maximum of 3 programs yun by that time that I applied. So nag-apply ako in 2025. Was it 2025? 2024. For school year 2025, then 2026, 2027. Pero ngayon ata per program na siya. So, I don't know. You have to check the website, the portal, because I think the rates have changed. Kaya, ayun. Kaya, shinortlist ko rin yung universities na applyan ko kasi you have to pay for application fees. For some cases, some universities have interviews. For my case, I had an interview sa Unimib. It was nice. The professor was so kind. He became a professor now during my first semester. And the questions were mainly about my experience during undergrad and my internship. I had my internship at a local government office in Mindoro. And ayun, since I never worked pa, like related sa career ko, the only thing we could talk about was my undergrad experience, like field experience, laboratory experience, what I've learned during my bachelor's. Ayan. And puti na lang din talaga, we did field works during bachelor's. And I think it's a good thing. Syempre, if you want to go masters, the more skills you have, the better. I hope I get more skills. After that interview, actually, the professor told me that I'm accepted and will be sending me my acceptance letter like the following day, because I think it's because of time zones. Hapon na ata yun that time. I'm so happy. I have a video about that, but I haven't uploaded yet. Kasi yan naman ko mag-edit. After that, if you have submitted your requirements, paid application fees, had interviews if you need, then you have to wait for the results. So waiting time is around, I think I waited for around a month, months. Though for Unimib, it was instant because after the interview, sinabi na agad sa akin. So we have to check really specific with the timelines because they have different timelines. Like generally, it's on the first quarter, but sometimes it could be December, it could be January. It's early as always for non-U's. Noon na ma-release yung resulting Unipd for me, but I was still waiting for Unimib. And then when I got the interview and the result, I accepted it in the portal. And for Unitus, actually, it arrived weeks sometime after I submitted my application. Halos sabay-sabay ko sinubmit yung tatlo eh. But I already accepted Unimib, so yay! Upon receiving the results, you accepted the offer sa portal, and then enrollment na yung next. For enrollment, it's pretty much straightforward. You just need to pay the fees sa portal. In Italy, they use Pagopa. I think I paid using credit card ng parents. I don't have a personal credit card by then. And next would be another set of necessary requirements, especially visa requirements, another set of preparations, and I think I'm gonna discuss it on the next video because I don't want this to be too long. Ciao! I hope you learned something.